Well, hello world. I hope this is the scheduled time. I hope I scheduled it correctly. Let me check. It seems like a little bit irresponsible to check at this point, but I mean, let's take a look. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume that I scheduled it correctly. This is day 82 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Today we're gonna take a quick break from all of our backend stuff to fix a bug that I accidentally discovered last time. So yeah, the if test is crashing when we run instacombine on it, so yeah, that's what we're gonna fix this time, and then maybe we'll start looking more at calling convention. But I'm also kind of tired, and I kind of have a project I need to do today, so depending on how much time this takes up, I might have to do more of that. So yeah, I tried doing a little bit of this debugging stuff off stream, which is why all of this stuff is a little bit smaller font size, but I suspect some uses are, I guess, kind of just disappearing for some reason. Or like being deleted somewhere, which is not ideal. And I'm trying to figure out where that happens. So yeah. So it's probably something in this. Or that should be fine. What's going wrong here? Oh, it might be in here actually. Okay, I need to... Something is not being done properly here, I think. Oh, wait, I think I know what's happening now. Yeah, so we have this erase visitor. Okay, so then here we need to add an extra erase. So we want fee accept erase, or a ref to erase. I think that is what is missing. I've been like staring at the stack trace for a hot second, so hopefully this is the correct thing. A lot of stuff depends on this, which is really funny. Okay, so it does fix that. Okay, so it was that, which is really crazy to think about. I just completely missed that. And I know it looks like I discovered this really quickly, but I kind of spent like the last half hour debugging this roughly. I was kind of hoping that I would have, like more time before the stream to like, to actually like, read up on some other stuff, but I just kind of got engrossed in this. The way I went about debugging it was just staring at the stack trace for the most part. Initially, I thought it was something wrong in instacombine, or at least like the visit. So I tried poking around at that, and well, it didn't really do too much. So yeah, I tried looking at that, and then that got nowhere. And then I kept looking. I was like, it's fee. So then I made the change from last stream, and then it seemed to fix it in one place, but then also broke in a bunch of others. So that was very confusing. So then yeah, so that broke again in other places. So I referred to the change, and I looked a little bit closer at the stack trace here. I noticed this like stood pair allocate and unique putter to fee thing, which implied that like it was happening in Memtorage actually, because we have this fees map thing. Yeah, so this keeps track of basic blocks to, I guess, allocates and their respective fee instruction. And what was happening was that it was getting dropped without, I guess, being cleaned up properly, I think. So I just needed to, I guess, resolve that here because I forgot to clean it up like this, I guess. But yeah, after all that, it looks like it's all good. Let's make tests real quick. Pass all. Is that everything? Yeah, I guess that's it. Fix in missing cleanup in inst combine, or not inst combine, mem to reg. Revert. Inst combine changes. Okay. So let's see if it passed all checks again. Last time after stream I got an email saying that it failed. So we'll see if it's working this time around. Hopefully it is. I'd be quite upset if it didn't. Backend. What the hell? What is this Copilot stuff? Yeah, let's wait for this to do its thing. In the meantime, how's everyone doing? It's a Sunday. I guess the weekend's wrapping up, and November is starting. Anyone got any silly things they're doing for November? Or is it just business as usual for y'all? That's good, actually. Update resume done in November? Nice. Fun stuff. NeoVim configured fairly well. Treesayer inner debugging? Nice. I feel like all that all the config stuff is always like, it's either really fun or really awful depending on what type of person you are. It's also really easy to like magically lose a week worth of time just from doing config stuff as well. If you find that happening to yourself, I think the big thing is just like, is kind of like force yourself to stop messing around with it and then just like accumulate a bunch of things that like, or I guess accumulate a bunch of pain points you have with your config, and that will, I guess that reduces the amount of, or like it reduces the, I guess, permanent tinkering, I guess, without, I guess, much utility. The sticky note was here. Okay. Yeah, so that's my little NeoVim spiel. Okay, so we fixed this little middle end thing. So now we have to worry about everything else here, which is interesting and very enjoyable. Okay. I have to think about how to do tree tiling properly still. So I think it might be time to, actually I still don't want to think about calling convention. So it's either between tree merging and tree tiling. And I think we get some, either that or we just like add prints for some instructions. But I guess it's like a little bit silly to do that. So maybe we just do some tree tiling. We write some more tiles. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the backend pile. It's in tree. So we need tiles. We need the tile somehow. So we have tree tile visitor. I think we want like a tile class of some sort. C-line user and can totally see what people mean. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just like you go into it and you're like, yeah, it's just like one little change, and then like 3 hours later you're like, oh, that's not good. So yeah, it is how it is. But that's always, I think, the new user experience. I feel like people that don't enjoy customization just would not use NeoVim to begin with. Okay, I mean, this assembly one makes sense. then actually, do I have a 2-string? Oh, that's good, Fortnite gamer. Oh yeah, I do have a 2-string, but it's empty, so I could just call that in driver, right? Oh, I can definitely do that actually. Yeah, we can do that. This, and then MIR, that's what I forgot. And put this in here. I think it's MIR by default, right? Yeah, it's MIR by default right now. Alright, now I'm going through my full draw of random tech and looking for 2 screws to mount my SSD. That's crazy. I did not expect that one. If you if someone asked me to predict the adventure you'd be on today, and held a gun to my head or something, I would not have been able to predict that one. Yeah, that seems quite fun. 50 different passwords I've changed? Damn. Crazy stuff. Like 3 weeks later, I have a problem with scope creep? Yeah. I can't say I haven't done that. I think as of recent, I've gotten better with my config, at least. It's been pretty stable, barring adding debugger support. I think that was the last major change I made. But the rest of the stuff I think is pretty solid. I think I might add a little bit of Git stuff, even if I'm not using a NeoVim Git proper. Maybe just some better support beyond just Git gutter, because it's nice, but we could do more. 150 CDs, damn. Why is this big MIR? Okay, so we should add a new default then, probably. ASTHR MIR, and then we want LIR. We want MIR. I can just do that. Yeah, this seems reasonable enough. And then let's steal this again. Instead of AST, it's MIR. MIR. Yeah, okay. And then this needs to change to LIR. Maybe I should make this emit MIR. I should probably separate this out of some sort. I don't know. Or I think that's a distinction without a difference for now. I think we can just do this. And let's just add one more here. LIR. Yeah, okay. This seems reasonable enough. Could probably copy this down. LIR, LIR. So let's make this test should still pass because we don't change anything that's in there, hopefully. Okay, huge, and then build in panic, pass the Russian. Let's give it input while this time. And that prints nothing, which is good. .mir, that's huge. Modularize some code into separate files, yes. Part of learning compilers, part of working with compilers is like the actual technology and like all the theory, and then part of it is just like building software that is maintainable, because compilers are honestly a software engineering nightmare. There's just so much stuff that goes into them. And you want them to be as modular as possible to, I guess, allow for as much code reuse as possible between different languages and different targets. Yeah, I guess like the more I think about it, the more I realize a compiler is just a, I guess like, it's like a code analysis engine, if that makes sense, which is like a little bit vague, but it's still interesting to think about as a thought experiment at least. Okay, so this all seems fine. And then, yeah. So this ran properly, and then I just O0. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's commit this real quick. So this is update compiler CLI for LIR. Want to see a screenshot? Yeah, go for it. I'm not sure if I should be scared or if that's... I'm not really sure what to expect, but it's gonna be interesting regardless. I won't show it on stream, I guess, because I want to protect your privacy, I guess. Oh, I need to test the help message real quick. Okay, that does what we wanted to. Burger King job activation, man. No worries. Okay, this looks fine. Maybe I should add like a new line at the end of this, so it's like not tiny. No, okay. I should not. Okay. Okay, where to go now? Let's, I guess, go back here. Okay. So wanna make something cursed? Let's see it. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to tile more trees. I don't know how I want to tile more trees. This seems very difficult. Maybe I should make like a tree abstraction, unironically. That might actually be smart. On top of like the node stuff, actually. Yeah, let's make a tree on top of all of this. So node stuff, and then we have class tree. So then, yeah, so we want tree, which takes, yeah, this is kind of just like a wrapper, I think, to make things a little bit more reasonable, I guess. So this will take node, or I guess stud, unique footer to node root, I guess we'll call it. So let's steal that. So we want that, and then we want a yeah, we want a vector of node putter for children, I guess. So So this should be children? I guess children, yeah. Or no, that doesn't make sense though. I guess leaves? I don't know how to think about this. Because we want the... No, this doesn't quite make sense. How do we wanna... I guess we can like figure that out as when we figure out how we want to tile. Because we want to do that sort of recursively. But it's a little bit awkward to do at least. Okay, so let's do... We definitely want to get her for this. That is non-negotiable. Do that. And then... So we have that, and then we want to, I guess, refactor some of the stuff to use this tree abstraction, maybe? Yes, let's keep that up. We definitely want to ingest trees, I think. Or maybe we start with, like, MR to LIR. Actually, funnily enough, this kind of works. So we can, like... I guess we don't really need to change a lot, huh? So we need to just change the way we generate trees then, right? Yeah, so instead of node here, so in result, so this one should be tree, and then tree. Okay, so then this should be tree. And then we need to make trees out of these now. So make unique tree. This takes the move assembly. And this seems like a really questionable choice for now, but I promise it'll make sense in a bit. And this will be useful because like we'll want a way to like, I guess, descend the tree recursively, I think. Right? Actually, or no, we want a way to merge trees. That's why we want this. Yeah, we could do like a try merge, I think. I'm trying to think what the, yeah, and then, yeah, and we'd want like the lowest level descendants, I think, something like that. Yeah, so we're just gonna change all of these real quick. This again. Reg. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this. And last one here. Okay. So that fixes all of that. And then we need to update this thing in here. Root. Yeah, okay, we can do that now. That extra pointer is not gonna kill us, I hope. So then, yeah, let's build that real quick. Oh, we haven't implemented it yet. Whoops. Alright, let's do that real quick as well. And then we should probably get like leaves as well. So we want a std node or std list of std or just node pointer, node star, yeah. And this will take node star? Or maybe unique putter ref, actually. This is crazy. Is this a thing that people do? Whatever item can be shown on stream, but I'm not proud because it's one jar. Damn. Okay, well, just let. I'm ready for it whenever. Okay, let's use a. Alright, it's time to. Sorry, I'm just checking my fantasy league real quick. There's some crazy shit happening. Like this week is actually like insane behavior, just from like everyone. It feels like everyone's just having breakout games this week. I don't know. I don't ball. So we got node ref, I think, or unique putter ref. I can't believe I'm writing this. So we have a list of unique pointer refs. Is that a thing? Let's try it. Let's give this a try. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure this will not bite me in the future. Leaves, I guess. Pointer to a reference type of Vas. Okay, can we do that should be a thing. Or maybe like put her to that? That's so funny. Oh my god, what am I doing? We've got. Okay, I'm gonna send this one to my friends. I think they'll find it quite humorous what I'm doing here. Okay. So we have We have a pointer to a unique pointer. Or a list of pointers to unique pointers. What am I doing with my life? What actually am I doing here? I feel like this should be pretty stable because this will be updated every time. So I don't think we have issues with like reallocs at least. Yeah, crazy shit. You can't teach this. Okay. So let's steal that. This is get leaves. Okay. So we have that now. I can't fit all of them in one frame, jeez. Yeah, just send out whatever and I'll give it a look. I won't put it on stream, but that seems rather insane. Oh, I mean that's like pretty fair. I thought it'd be like way worse for some reason. That seems pretty standard. Like my room is about as messy, to be honest. So, I mean, eh. Love the dog though. That's the best part. Okay, let's implement this pile real quick. Just got back from watching Chainsaw Man? Ooh. I've heard good things about it. I haven't had a chance to watch yet. I've heard really good things though. This is quite a trivial implementation. Yeah, okay. So that's fine. Now we can finally start using this, I think. What did I do? Okay, looks like it builds. Seems good. It's worth every cent to watch at the best theater. Good to know. I will try to find some time to do that. The cursed item. I'm not quite picking up what you're putting down. Audio cables. Oh. I see. Yeah, okay, I mean, yeah. It'd be like that. Cat? Oh, go handle that. Okay. So test still build properly. Now we can start figuring out tree merging, I think. This shouldn't be that hard, I think. Casting about going to the pin. I mean, it's a little cozy spot. Like, I think that's fair. Okay, let's make the tree merging thing real quick. How many to do? That's a lot of to-dos. A lot of them are like in the same place though, I think. That's the whole list. That's cool. That's good enough. Okay, so let's replace this one. So we want a merge trees. Okay, so we can do that. Let's include that real quick. Okay, and then let's run the usual boilerplate. Let's just steal all this right now, and then we can cut out what we don't need. Okay, so I think we just need the node library, or the node header for now. Okay, so we want class tree merge visitor. This extends public node visitor. Or actually, yeah, there should be a node visitor. So I'll fit 5 full keyboard boxes and 3 mouses in that drawer. Damn, that might be the TARDIS drawer, I fear. And yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, we should probably steal all of this real quick. How do we even process this properly? I think we should probably just give it a list, right? And then, yeah, and then it calls all of these visitors. I guess that would be the clean way to do it. Or maybe we just like keep an internal pile, maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so that should also have a get result similar to Gentrees. I don't think we need operand manager for this, so we kind of just only need this. And then, yeah, we kind of just only need that, right? Yeah, okay. And then we can, okay, this is annoying. Private, so this takes a, I guess we can steal this, repurpose this. This is trees, I guess like merged trees. And then we can do like, we could do like a cur trees thing as well, right? How does this work? Or tree tiling merge. Okay, this everyone's favorite little page. So I guess how do we make the tree? Because we have an IR that's significantly more expressive than a merge tree. I guess we could just look at the uses, and as long as there's no uses in between, it's fine, right? this should be pretty trivial, honestly, I think, because we have an SSARR. So as long as something has only one use, we can kind of merge the tree, right? Yeah, actually. Yeah, that should be pretty reasonable, I think. So then we can check the leaves of each tree, and then if it matches a node, right? That'd be good, right? Because it's SSA, so we definitely can just count uses, and if it's used in multiple places, we just don't merge. Or I guess we can't really count uses properly here, huh? Yeah, our uses are kind of broken now. Or I guess like we could look at leaves, right? We could look at leaves and then, right? Because yeah, we check leaves and then we probably need like an active range of trees then, right? Well, this seems fine. Yeah, we can do like merge active or something like that as a function. What does this algorithm even look like, actually? I don't think this is very well defined anywhere. Maybe there's something here? Okay. Okay, this is our tiling algorithm that we care about, but then how do we generate the trees that they come from? This is the DP algorithm. Tree automata. Okay, more grammars. Is any of this remotely useful? It doesn't feel remotely useful. Yeah, none of this is really covering the stuff that I care about. Ah, sorry. Okay. Okay, this also is not helpful. Okay, well. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Let's do I guess we should probably do an active range and then we can just like call merge on that, right? And then I guess what can we merge? Just like registers with one use, right? That's the stuff we can merge into a tree. Because if it has multiple uses, we can't. Yeah, we definitely can't merge it if it has multiple uses. Yeah, I think we just do like stud list of or no. Actually, yeah, we should do. Do I even need a unique pointer for tree? I don't think I need a unique pointer for that one. Right? Because those are just... Yeah, that's just an object. Yeah, actually, that's very helpful. Yeah, this will get rid of one layer of nesting. And then... Yeah, okay. So we can do a list of... Why is there a second layer here? This is just the std list of tree. What have I been doing? Let's just do like that for now, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Let's simplify this down. Holy hell. Why do we have a list of... Wait, what is happening? Oh, this is per function. Wait. Why am I doing this per function? I don't know, I guess there's a reason to do that then. Let's do that. Or let's unnest that. Or let's just do this. And then let's do that. We can do this. Let's also clean up this pile then. Yeah, okay. So let's, okay, wait. Gen trees needs to change. Is all this fine? Does any of this need to change? Let's replace auto tree equals std make unique tree. Let's do that, and then let's replace that with tree, and then 1. Okay, that does fix everything. Okay, this needs to... Okay, that fixes all of that. And then... what's more to do, the fact I'm gonna wipe an SSD with malware, or the fact that I spent 2 hours cleaning my drawer out? I mean, they both seem like pretty necessary things. Like, I think that's pretty reasonable. Can I just in place block? And this just takes the move assembly. Oh, I can just do that. Okay, so let's try to do this the cool way. Did I put the correct number of spaces there? Yeah, let's just do the entire next line. So we want function, trees, push back. And we want, or in place back. That, or stood, move, 1. Alright, crazy macro, but it looks like it worked. Yeah, okay, nice. Everything looks fine. Oh, right, there are errors here that are gonna cause it to break. For each tree here, this should be a dot. It's not tree merge, or actually, yeah, let's do tree merge visitor, tree merge. I don't like this naming scheme. Let's rename this to EGV. Let's do that. And then it should be like TTV. That's really funny. Looking by. Thank you for the words, and hopefully you have a good one. Thank you for stopping by on the stream. Okay. That seems fine. Entire jar is now free. Yippee! Good stuff. All the seers are going to Salvation Army. Good stuff. Okay, this looks reasonable, I think. Yeah, and then we can get result from that. And then that goes like this, maybe. And then do we want to just like, I guess we should just make a new one here. So we can do that, and then we also want to get result for that, right? So yeah, so we have that visitor, auto tiled, or merge trees. we want tmv get result. TMV is funny if any of you watch any semblance of Valorant, by the way. Let's keep it long. Actually, I lied. I like this. Yeah, I like this. This seems fine. Okay, this seems reasonable. Yes, this we need like we can do the same thing here, I guess. But instead of that, it's instead of this visitor, it's TMV. So let's get rid of the extra braces, I guess. Okay, so that condenses it down a little bit. Yeah, I think this is all pretty reasonable. Shout out here. Yeah, that seems fine. So then what did we change here? Okay, so start merge trees, or yeah, start merge trees plus create tree abstraction. What's a compiler? It is a program that translates code from one language to another. So the compiler that I'm building translates C code into a subset of assembly language. Specifically x86-64 assembly, if that's something you've heard of. Other compilers do things like maybe like going from Rust code down to an assembly language, or even like Python to C, for instance. There's a lot of different compilers with a lot of different purposes. Yeah. If that spurs any more questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll give them my best answer. Time to download the version of Linux and distro I want. Ooh, fun stuff. Which one are you looking at? If you don't have Unix experience, or if you don't have a lot of experience with Linux, I think Mint is the one that people usually default to. People like Mint. I think Ubuntu is also not that bad for first time. If you have some Unix experience and you kind of want to just like take the plunge, I think Fedora might be the one to go to though. It's just better if you are comfortable. Thanks, dude, of course. Also, you can install Arch. Why? Because why wouldn't you want to install Arch? There's a lot of reasons why, but that's a separate discussion. Okay, so we have this templated out. Yeah, it's always Arch. Should be. Let's place this with tree merge visitor. This is wrong, actually. Ubuntu, fair. We don't need a... Yeah, we don't need a constructor here. we can steal all of this. So let's do void merge trees, I guess. We can do that, and that like merges the current range of trees, I guess. That'd be the reasonable way to do it. Yeah, so here we want, that should probably get its own line. This is tree merge visitor. Merge trees. So we can move that. So let's make a quick macro real quick. So start recording 0 bird. Actually, wait, no. I need to check if I need to delete the virtual off of these. Okay, I do need to delete the virtual off of these. So let's record macro 0, delete virtual. Let's put the braces there. And then, yeah, okay. So let's go down here. Norm. And that. Alright, so that's all of that. And then one other thing, we want to steal this real quick. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm not excited to implement that one, but hopefully it's not that bad. How does dual booting work? I think it's fine. I haven't tried it, but I know of people that have done it with good success. I think the only way it can really go wrong is if you mess up like your drive partitions, but like as long as you're just like installing Linux on its own drive, I don't think it's possible to really mess that up. Yeah, I think that's kind of the high-low of it. Okay, so oh, I messed up the macro, I just realized. Alright, this is fine though. Okay, we're just gonna append this by hand. Let's keep doing this. Okay, so we can do that. So we can do the trivial ones real quick. The ones that I guess are quote unquote like boundaries, we can do merge trees. Everything else we want to just like accumulate, I think. Yeah, I think phi might be fine to maintain. I think phi is just an assembly, right? Oh, that's good, Max. We should not run into node, so that should be fine. Yeah, assembly should just be a merge trees call, I think. Yeah, and then the reason merge trees is separate is because we want to call merge trees once at the end anyway, just in case we have something residual left over. Yeah, so let's add that here real quick. Yeah, so we want to do that, and then, or maybe we could just do that and get result actually. Yeah, that seems more paradigmatic. Yeah, so that does not seem very fun to write. So merge trees, and then so we can do that, and then within here, we can do like merge trees, gonna push, or actually, okay, let's copy the structure from gen trees. So current trees, and then we want function trees, and then we want program trees. Okay. Yeah, so that lets us, I guess, manage scope better. This should be program trees. Yeah, so then we want, oh, wait, shit. Wait. Sorry, I just realized we might also run into a problem with gen trees as well. Beyond just like function trees, I think. Yeah, actually no, we definitely, we resolved that, yeah. Okay. So then we need to modify the interface to this as well. Yeah, this is too simple for this, ironically, which means we need to, let's undo all of the debracing we did. And then let's this up here. Let's go 360 sauce, good to see ya. I am doing more templating, or I guess like more scaffolding, because I don't want to write code properly yet. Okay, I think these visitors don't need to, we can kind of just like hold per function, right? Yeah, okay, we can definitely clean that up as well. So we don't need program trees. We can do current trees, merged trees. And then, yes, this should be, do that. Hope the SSD still works, I hope as well. We don't have program trees anymore, we have merged trees though. I mean, surely it's still fine as long as like, as long as it hasn't been like actively been used for the past 3 years, right? Only survivor from last PC? Damn, that's crazy stuff. Okay, this seems fair. And then, yeah, this is a good output. Okay, this generator stuff looks fine. And then, I feel like there's a concrete reason I was separating by function, but I don't remember. So we can do that, and then I say program trees, and then for each function trees we want I want a result actually, I think. We want std list of tree. Merge trees. Tree. And then yes, we do that. Merge trees. We wanna append, or we wanna, what's it called again? We literally called this a little bit ago, I swear, in title trees. Splice. So we want merge trees, and then we can give it program, or we can give it TMV get result. Or wait, no, we want to push back. Yeah, okay. We got 2 screws. Yeah, that should be enough. I'd be quite upset if it wasn't, at least. I guess, what is the point in separating these anymore then, after tiling these? I guess we could kind of just like, we can kind of just reuse this one big thing, right? I'm gonna like, there's trees again. Yeah, we can do this actually. Yeah, okay, so then merge trees. Salt. Okay, so that's still fine. Should we just? This should just be one layer now, though. Which is very convenient. And this is just like a correctness thing, I think. I'm not sure if this is even necessary. It probably isn't necessary. What's good, user VB4FM9EU5F? How's it going? I had an interview the other day. How'd that go? I imagine you have a lot to say about it, given the non-immediate, like, 3-word response. So that makes me excited. If it's good news, then great. If it's bad news, then unfortunate, I suppose. But that's kind of just how life is. Someone spoke to me? Oh. That's anticlimactic. All good, all good. What do they do at Discord again? Yeah, I asked how it went. Does this all look correct to me? This stuff all seems normal. Okay, so then yeah, so we want to accept the visitor, and then we can, yeah, we can do that again. Yeah, okay, this looks fine. Tile trees is fine. This just takes, yeah, this just makes straight assembly, so that's fine. Merge trees, I believe this is also fine. Merge trees is just like a compact, I think. And then get result. Result's fine. Okay, so I think I want to implement merge trees properly. Or like, do merging, and then we want to splice onto the back of merge trees. So we want to splice active. Is it cur trees or? So we want merge trees back. Like that, and then is that not how we call it? I'm gonna do it here. Or end. Yeah, okay, there we go. Here we do that, and then current trees clear. Two interviews, first one went well. Seemed to like me. Risen EM got the technical question, nice. Second one could not get a read. Ah, that happens. Spiral Matrix. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. Hopefully that's gone alright. If it's like a really big firm, that might be a little bit doomed. But if it's like a small firm, I imagine it's probably fine then. But again, like, I'm also not a fortune teller and I don't have a crystal ball, so like take my word with a grain of salt. Have you heard back from yours? Yes, I have, and I think I'll share the news tomorrow. I think I wanna sit on it for a little bit more, at least, or at least yeah. I guess you can kind of infer from there what has happened. So Microsoft, oh. Well, I mean, that's kind of how it be. I remember when I did TikTok, it was like it's very like 100, it's very all or nothing. So I imagine Microsoft is not much different. As long as like, I think like, good problem solving thinking might be like helpful, but, or in terms of like the interview evaluation, and that might override that, but it's hard to say. I'm like picking out a black box right now. Okay, so how do I reuse splice here? So that was easier for big firms. I mean, the thing is like big tech just like takes, or like there's just a lot of people applying as well. There was a lot of people that just like send out apps and are just like, what if? So they can kind of get away with it at least. Ubuntu 2510 or 2404 LTS. LTS is like the safe choice, but if you want to like use Ubuntu just for now and then like maybe switch to like Fedora once you're more comfortable with it, I think you may as well just go 25, because if it breaks, then like it'll like, if it breaks, that's fine, it'll just upgrade to Fedora. Scripts on Linux? I mean, honestly, then LTS is probably fine. Like, if you don't really care that much, then I think that's sufficient. All elements of other becomes empty. Okay, so then this should be fine, right? I don't need clear. Yeah, okay. So then I guess this is like kind of a silly, it's a very silly I guess. Oh wait, this is dumb because we're not visiting trees. Ah. Okay. Okay, let's do like a void add tree. This takes tree ref or tree, yeah, ref t. Then I guess current trees push back. guess we don't really need a visitor for this, right? We can kind of get away with not. Yeah, we don't need this then. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, so we can do that. Can we just push back T? Or what's wrong here? Oh, it's out of line. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, so we don't really need a visitor, which is the interesting thing. I can kind of just delete this, or I pressed V the wrong way. So we want to add tree. So we can do that. So we can move that. Or it should like stood move T is. Does this work? Okay, it does do that. Do you look at version 1.4.0 stream? I didn't get a chance to, unfortunately. I was quite busy. I'm still quite new today, even. Consume. I should probably call it consume tree. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, we should rewrite this to not use the visitor anymore because we don't really have a visitor. It should be tree merger, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's rewrite that. Alright, what's wrong here? It's an abstract class? Class? Consume tree. So get result, consume tree, merge trees. Oh, this is not a node visitor anymore. Whoops. Yeah, so we can do that. So we can do like TMV consume tree. This we give it tree. Yeah, we do that. We don't really. We do need this merge here, I think. That means we also don't need it in get result anymore, right? Yeah, we don't need get result to do that. Yeah, so we can push back. Or we should, if, I don't know. So we want SM tree or SM. Yeah. We want to dynamic cast it to. We want to dynamic cast to ASM node star. We get T, get these, or get root rather. So we do that, and then that, then we have to do something different. Or actually, if it's not that, then it's just really simple. We can do that and then return. Otherwise, we need to do the compacting, I think. So we want merge trees, and then we want so merge trees pushes the thing on, everything on, and then merge trees, gonna push back, stood, move, T. Or, yeah. Found a bug in TVM and spent 6 hours making it fix, but I don't know if I should make a PR. I think it's fair to make a PR at least. And at least someone can like look over it and you can kind of learn. At worst, like it puts the bug on someone's radar, and I think that's probably good. What code editor is this? I'm using NeoVim. Yeah, this seems fine. Yeah, so if it's an assembly tree, we want to just do nothing with it. Yellowing it? Well, good luck and let me know how it goes. Okay, this seems fine. I think we just need to figure out the merge algorithm. Yeah, that will be the hard part about this, I think. It's really funny that's not a visitor at all. What did I change? Oh, right. Let's commit this. We don't need a visitor. Let's build. Hopefully this builds. Looks like it builds. We're so up. Okay. Alright, let's push it. And yeah, I think I've managed to do a whole lot of something and a whole lot of nothing simultaneously today. So in terms, what else do we need to do in the back end, right? There's no more to-dos in MIR to LIR. So everything just lives in here now. So we need to implement the rest of gen trees. We need to figure out a tree merging. And then we need to tile all the damn trees. So let's just throw to-dos in here. Let's, we don't need this to do though. That will be a no-op. Yeah, that we need to do. I think the rest of this is fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. Pushed. I think that's everything. So that's kind of all the stuff we have left to do, but yeah, I think we can slowly work through this now. The backend stuff is like slowly starting to take shape, which is really good. It makes me happy. Anyways, I think that's a good place to call today's stream. Thank you all so much for showing up to today, especially if you've been here for the whole 1.5 hours. Make sure to like the stream if you enjoyed it and give the channel a sub if you want to see more of my content. And while you're at it, while you're down there, make sure to join the Discord. That's the best place to get pinged when I go live and stay up to date with the rest of my community. And of course, you should connect with me on LinkedIn and add me on GitHub, and everything's in the description. Yeah, and that's about it. Take care, y'all. Take it easy and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.